You think weakness is a lack of motivation. You think it's something you're born with. You are wrong. Weakness is not a condition. It is a daily choice. It is the silent, repeated decision to choose comfort over discipline. And you are making that choice right now. We are going to expose the 3 silent habits that are actively forging your failure. The first habit is the most seductive because it feels like relaxation. It is the addiction to noise. Your day begins with a reflex. The phone screen lights up. The podcast starts playing. The television provides background chatter. You mistake this for being connected, for being informed. The truth is, you are hiding. You are choosing noise to avoid the one thing you fear most: silence. Because in the silence, you are forced to confront yourself, your thoughts, your anxieties, the gap between who you are and who you know you could be. That confrontation is uncomfortable, so you drown it out. This is not modern life. This is a choice. The Stoics practiced a discipline of focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not in a busy forum, but in the quiet of his own mind, often while on military campaigns surrounded by chaos. He mastered the internal world so the external chaos could not master him. You are doing the opposite. You are inviting the external chaos to dominate your internal world. Every minute of scrolling, every hour of passive consumption is a vote for a cluttered mind. It destroys your ability to think deeply, to sit with a difficult problem, to cultivate the patience required for real mastery. You are training your brain for distraction. You are weakening your attention span, which is the very muscle of discipline. When you cannot focus, you cannot work deeply. When you cannot work deeply, you produce shallow results. Shallow results lead to a shallow life. This is the direct chain of cause and effect that starts with your fear of a quiet room. The practice is simple, but not easy. It is voluntary silence. You must build pockets of absolute quiet into your day. The most critical is the first 30 minutes after you wake. Do not touch your phone. Do not turn on a screen. Let your mind wake up on its own terms. Let it assemble itself without the bombardment of other people's agendas. This is not meditation, though that is a powerful tool. This is the basic hygiene of a disciplined mind. It is the practice of reclaiming your attention. Start there. Spend the first 30 minutes of your day in complete silence. You will feel the resistance immediately. That resistance is the addiction talking. Push through it. The clarity on the other side is your first taste of real strength. But even if you master the silence, you still face the next test. Because comfort will simply find another way to dictate your actions. You call it procrastination. You say, "I'll do it later." You treat it like a minor character flaw. This is a lie you tell yourself to feel better about your choice. Procrastination is not a passive state. It is an active decision. In the moment you choose to scroll instead of work, to watch a show instead of train, to make the easy phone call instead of the difficult one, you are making a conscious choice. You are choosing immediate ease over future strength. You are choosing comfort over discipline. The Stoics had a practice for this. Premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It is not about being pessimistic. It is about welcoming difficulty as a training exercise. It is about understanding that by avoiding small discomforts today, you guarantee larger, more painful suffering tomorrow. That project you delay will become a crisis. That difficult conversation you avoid will fester into a bigger conflict. That physical training you skip will compound into weakness and poor health. You are not avoiding work. You are scheduling a future defeat. There is a direct, unbreakable link between voluntary hardship and true resilience. You do not get strong when life is easy. You get strong by voluntarily making life a little harder. You build the calluses before you need them. The man who takes the cold shower is not just cleaning his body. He is practicing the act of choosing the harder path. He is building the neural pathway that says, when faced with comfort or discipline, I choose discipline. The man who does the task he dreads first thing in the morning is not just completing a task. He is winning the first and most important battle of the day. He is asserting command over his own will. The practical step is brutal in its simplicity. Identify the one task you are most actively avoiding, the one that causes that knot in your stomach. Do not make a list. Do not plan to do it later. The decision is the work. Turn away from the distraction and do that task right now, immediately. The relief you feel afterward is not just the relief of a finished task. It is the feeling of your own power returning. It is the sensation of weakness being replaced by will. But this leads to the core of the problem. Why is that task so difficult? Why do you fear the discomfort? Because your sense of self-worth is fragile. It is placed in the hands of others. This is the deeper sickness. You avoid the difficult task because you are afraid of failing. And you are afraid of failing because you have outsourced the judgment of your worth. You have made a habit of measuring your value by external opinions, the likes, the comments, the approval of your peers, the title on your business card, the number in your bank account. You have handed the key to your self-esteem to the world, and you are terrified it will tell you that you are not enough. This is the exact opposite of the core Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. Your character, your judgments, your actions, your values, these are within your control. They are your inner citadel. The opinions of others, the outcomes of your efforts, the praise, the criticism, these are external. They are not yours. They are like the weather. To base your self-worth on external events is like building your house on a foundation of sand that shifts with every storm. It is a guaranteed recipe for anxiety and weakness. Social validation is the enemy of authentic self-mastery because it makes you a slave. You start making decisions not based on what is right or true, but on what will be approved of. You choose the path that looks impressive over the path that builds genuine skill. You avoid the difficult, unglamorous work because no one is there to applaud it. This is a hollow existence. It is a performance, not a life. The freedom you are searching for is found in total indifference to both praise and criticism. This does not mean you become arrogant or ignore feedback. It means you become the sole judge of your own effort. You know when you have given your best. You know when you have cut corners. Your internal standard becomes the only metric that matters. When you operate from this place, external noise becomes irrelevant. You are no longer performing for an audience. You are building for a purpose. This is the foundation of unshakable confidence. So, here is your action. For 1 week, I want you to perform one valued action every single day with zero intention of ever sharing it. Do not post about it. Do not mention it to anyone. It could be a workout, a piece of writing, an act of kindness, an hour of deep work on a skill. Do it for the sake of the action itself. Do it to prove to yourself that your worth is not for sale. Feel the resistance. That is the addiction to validation screaming for its fix. starve it. The strength you gain from being the only one who knows you did the work is more powerful than any like or compliment. But this entire struggle, the fear of silence, the avoidance of tasks, the craving for validation, it all points to one fundamental failure, a refusal to accept reality as it is. Your entire day is filled with a low-grade hum of resentment. The traffic is terrible. Your boss is unreasonable. The weather ruined your plans. You are in a constant, silent argument with reality. You believe that if you complain enough, if you resist enough, the world will finally conform to your desires. This is a child's fantasy. It is also the single greatest drain on your energy. The energy you waste fighting what is the exact same energy you need to change what can be. The Stoics called this amor fati, the love of fate. It is not passive resignation. It is the active, aggressive acceptance of reality as your starting point. The traffic is not terrible to you. It simply is. Your boss is not unreasonable to you. He is acting according to his own nature. The storm did not ruin your plans. It presented you with a new set of conditions. Arguing with these facts is like arguing with gravity. You will lose every time, and you will exhaust yourself in the process. The moment you stop arguing and start accepting, a profound power shift occurs. All the energy you were using to fight the world is suddenly available to you. Your focus moves from the uncontrollable external event to the one thing you always control, your response. The traffic is not a problem. It is an opportunity to practice patience, or to listen to an audiobook, or to sit in silence. The difficult boss is not an obstacle. He is your sparring partner sent to teach you diplomacy, firmness, and emotional control. The ruined plans are not a setback. They are a test of your adaptability. This is the essence of resilience. It is not about being a rock that never moves. It is about being water that flows around the rock, using its shape to find a new path. Resistance makes you brittle. Acceptance makes you fluid and powerful. Your exercise is simple, but it will feel impossible at first. At the end of each day, I want you to consciously accept 3 things you spent energy resisting. Do not just acknowledge them, accept them. Say to yourself, the traffic was what it was, and my frustration was a choice. I accept it. My colleague's criticism was what it was. I accept it. The project delay was what it was. I accept it. This is not about approving of these things. It is about stopping the internal war. You are ceasing to fight the current so you can start steering the boat. This daily practice of acceptance is what builds the mental toughness to face any circumstance without being broken by it. It is the final surrender of the weakness that comes from believing the world owes you something different. And this acceptance of reality must begin the moment you open your eyes. Because how you spend your first waking hours is not just a routine. It is a declaration. It sets the tone for either a day of weakness or a day of strength. The weak man's morning is reactive. The alarm screams, he hits snooze. He stumbles to his phone, immediately surrendering his attention to the world's demands. His first thoughts are not his own. They are emails, news alerts, and other people's priorities. He begins his day in a state of defense, already behind, already responding. He has surrendered command before the battle has even begun. The disciplined man's morning is the opposite. It is an intentional, deliberate act of self-command. It is a ritual designed not for comfort, but for conquest. The conquest of his own weaker impulses. The Stoics did not leave their mornings to chance. Marcus Aurelius began his days with writings that reinforced his principles. He prepared his mind for the chaos to come. This is the purpose of a morning protocol. It is not about productivity hacks. It is about philosophy in action. It is about building an inner fortress so strong that the day's events cannot breach it. Your morning is the one part of the day you can truly control before the world intrudes. To waste it on distraction is to willingly disarm yourself. The non-negotiable elements are simple, but they require discipline. First, the silence we already discussed. Protect it fiercely. Second, planning. Not a frantic to-do list, but a calm, deliberate review of your priorities. What is the one thing that, if accomplished, will make the day a success? Write it down. Third, physical movement. It does not need to be a brutal workout. It needs to be a signal to your body that it is awake and under command. A series of stretches, a walk, a set of push-ups. The goal is to unite the mind and the body in a single, purposeful direction. The command is this: design a 60-minute morning protocol for yourself. It must include silence, planning, and movement. Then protect that hour as if your life depends on it, because in a very real way, it does. This hour is where you forge the will you will need for the next 16. When you start the day by choosing discipline, you set a precedent that becomes easier to follow. When you start by choosing weakness, you guarantee more weakness will follow. The morning is the foundation. You cannot build a strong day on a weak foundation, but your will is not forged in a vacuum. It is either supported or sabotaged by your environment. Your surroundings are not a neutral backdrop. They are a direct reflection of your internal state, and they actively shape it in return. The habit of tolerating clutter, digital pollution, and chaos is a silent admission that you do not value order, and without order, there can be no clarity. A disordered space creates a disordered mind. It is a constant low-level distraction that fragments your attention and drains your focus. You are trying to build discipline in the middle of a mess. Look at your primary workspace right now. The physical desk. Is it clean? Or is it covered in papers, cables, and unfinished tasks? Now look at your digital space, your computer desktop, your phone's home screen. Are they organized for purpose, or are they a chaotic gallery of icons and notifications? This chaos is not accidental. It is the result of 1,000 small choices to ignore, to postpone, to tolerate. Each choice is a vote for a disorganized mind. The Stoic principle of order was not just about a tidy room. It was about creating the external conditions that allow for internal tranquility and focus. How can you expect to command your thoughts when you cannot even command the space in front of you? Your digital environment is arguably more dangerous. Every notification is an interruption engineered to steal your attention. Every app is designed to hook you. By allowing these distractions to remain, you are allowing a hostile force to occupy your mind. You are letting your phone train you instead of you training yourself to use your phone as a tool. This is a profound failure of boundaries. Your environment should be a training ground that reinforces your discipline, not a trap that constantly triggers your weaknesses. The immediate action required is ruthless. You must perform a 1-hour purge. Set a timer for 1 hour. You will attack your primary workspace. Physically, throw away everything you do not need. Wipe down the surfaces. Create a space that is clean, minimal, and dedicated solely to work. Digitally, Turn off every non-essential notification. Uninstall the apps that serve no purpose but distraction. Organize your files. Create a digital environment that is as clean and purposeful as your physical one should be. This is not a chore. This is an act of self-respect. It is the physical manifestation of the internal order you are trying to build. When you sit down in a clean, ordered space, your mind knows it is time to focus. It is a signal that disorder will not be tolerated, either outside or within. This is how you turn your environment from a trap into your most powerful training partner. And then, at the end of it all, you make the final surrender. You close your eyes and go to sleep without a single thought given to the day that just passed. This is perhaps the greatest wasted opportunity. You treat the day as a closed book, something to be forgotten. But a day without reflection is a day without a lesson. You are sleeping on the battlefield without checking your armor, guaranteeing you will make the same mistakes tomorrow. The Stoics knew this was non-negotiable. They practiced a nightly examination of conscience. It was a rehearsal for the next day's performance. Seneca wrote about this. He would end his day by asking himself questions. What bad habit did I cure today? What temptation did I resist? How am I better? How am I worse? This was not self-criticism for its own sake. It was a strategic debrief. It was the process of turning experience into wisdom. By ignoring your mistakes, you guarantee you will repeat them. By ignoring your small victories, you fail to reinforce the behaviors that lead to strength. You are essentially sleepwalking through your own development. The framework for this is brutally simple. Before you sleep, ask yourself 3 questions. First, where did I choose comfort over discipline today? Be specific. Was it the extra 15 minutes in bed? The task I postponed? The distraction I indulged? Acknowledge the choice without judgment. The goal is awareness, not self-flagellation. Second, what was the consequence of that choice? Did it lead to more stress later? Did it make me feel weaker? Connect the choice to its outcome. Third, what one disciplined action will I take tomorrow to correct this? This is the crucial shift from passive review to active planning. This turns your failure into a lesson and your lesson into a command for the next day. This 5-minute practice does more for your growth than any motivational video. It is the daily sharpening of your own axe. So now you see the chain. Weakness is not a single catastrophic event. It is the sum of these daily silent surrenders. It is the addiction to noise in the morning. It is the choice of procrastination. It is the outsourcing of your worth. It is the argument with reality. It is the neglected morning and the cluttered environment. It is the failure to review. Each one seems insignificant on its own, but together they form a cable that binds you to a life of mediocrity. You are not failing because you are weak. You are weak because you are practicing failure every single day. The way out is not to try to become a different person overnight. That is another form of the same fantasy. The way out is to break the chain, one link at a time. The power is in the compounding effect. Replace one comfort habit with one discipline. Just one. Master the 30 minutes of morning silence. Once that becomes automatic, attack the procrastination. Then tackle the need for validation. The progress is cumulative. Each small victory builds the confidence and the neural pathways for the next. You do not build strength in some abstract way. You cease the actions that make you weak. Strength is what remains when you stop surrendering. This is the final truth. You are not building a new you. You are excavating the you that already exists beneath the layers of comfort and fear. The disciplined, resilient, focused individual is in there. He has just been silenced by 1,000 small betrayals. The work is not addition. It is subtraction. It is the ruthless removal of everything that makes you soft. So here is the only challenge that matters. Look at this list of habits. The addiction to noise, the tyranny of comfort, the illusion of validation, the refusal to accept reality, the neglect of the morning, the unconscious environment, the failure of evening review. Pick one, just one, the one that resonates most, the one you know is your primary leak, and starting tomorrow, you eradicate it. You do not try, you do not attempt, you execute. You replace that habit of weakness with a ritual of discipline. Your life is not something that happens to you. It is your own creation, forged in the mundane moments of every day. The choice has always been yours. Choose to forge it with will. Your weakness is not a flaw in your character. It is a series of choices you make every day. The path to strength is not about finding motivation. It is about ending the daily habits of comfort that drain your power. Stop choosing noise. Stop choosing ease. Stop outsourcing your worth. The way out is to choose discipline in the exact same moments where you usually surrender. The work begins now, not tomorrow. In the comments below, name the one habit you will break starting today. Declare it, make it real, then go and do the work.